What's good, traders and investors? It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. It is Thursday, August 5th, and in this short video, we're going to be reviewing Beyond Meat, so ticker symbol BYND. We're going to look at the Q2 earnings, so we'll review that, and we're going to take a deep dive into the chart as well. I've got some bearish and bullish signals I want to share with you folks and some price targets that we can be keeping an eye out for, but I do think that BYND could see a bit more downside here in the short term, but could be gearing up for an explosive move higher here as there is a major bullish signal flashing. But we'll go over the bearish short-term pattern that we were monitoring at the moment, and then we'll go over that bullish scenario as well. But before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So Beyond Meat reports Q2 loss, but they topped revenue estimates. So the EPS was a miss, came in at negative 0.31 versus negative 0.22 forecasted, and revenue was forecasted at 141 million, and it came in at 149.4. So a big beat there on revenue, but EPS big miss. So stock was down after hours, and that was because of the loss, in my opinion. But also, moving on to the chart here, we had this descending triangle here on the daily time frame, which we have this sloping downward line of resistance, and we have this horizontal base of support. So you can see here it is confirming. I did a video, or I did a shout out in the group, actually, I think it was to private Powell Group members, letting them know that BYND is on my radar for a potential buy, but I was expecting more downside. And look at how perfectly this descending triangle target is targeting the 110 area, and that matches up perfectly with our 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level. So going to be expecting 110 to be strong support here, but likely going to hit that and then potentially form a daily lower high. We are in a daily downtrend, so if we do touch that, like I said, I would expect a daily lower high, maybe somewhere around the 118, 120 area, and then ultimately target the $100 area potentially. And we could even get a flush of $100 and hit daily oversold. We haven't been daily oversold since the beginning of May, when we fell bearish out of that pennant. We broke bearish out of that, ended up being a bull trap, and held that $100 psychological, though we dipped just below it. So again, it wasn't that long ago that we were just daily oversold, and bulls haven't really proved too much of anything lately. We are going through monthly consolidation at the moment, but on the weekly time frame, do want to highlight that we're just looking for a weekly higher low compared to that 99.86 level. But also we do have a lack of resistance here on the weekly, all the way up about 37%. So going to be looking for this weekly higher low to be established, but likely favoring a type of equilibrium and tightening range. Do want to highlight on the daily time frame as well that EMA 12 has been rejecting the price ever since this recent high of 160.28. So ever since that relative high, we've been rejecting at EMA 12. So for about 36 days now. So if we can see a daily close back above EMA 12, that would mark some shift in momentum back to the bulls. But at the moment, like I said, going to be targeting that 110 to $100 area on BYND. So that is the short-term bearish outlook. But I do want to just highlight that we're still well below the 10-week moving average there at 137. MACD and stochastic are attempting a curl, but still extremely bearish. And in terms of the weekly moving averages, we're not looking good on the weekly time frame at all. We're back below the 100 weekly moving average and the 50, and we don't have the 200 defined yet. But it's not looking good. If we can close the week above 125, that would be a save by the bulls, in my opinion, and a point in favor of the bulls. But if we do close below that $125 area, then that's going to be a point in favor of the bears. So that is it for the bearish signals. Actually, I lied. I take that back. We are still well below the weekly VWAP there at 144 as well. So it's not looking good in the weekly time frame, but on the daily time frame, we could, like I said, we could be nearing a bottom here after that descending triangle plays out, and we target that 110 to $100 area. It doesn't mean we're going to. It's just a law of probability. So essentially, we've got a 60 to 70% chance that we're going to see more downside from here. And like I said, 110 to 100 is going to be my target, and I'll be looking to buy that dip. Like I said, potentially scaling in, looking to bottom fish that. And like I said, that bullish pattern that we're starting to see now is a golden cross here on the daily time frame. So it's not all gloom and doom out there at the moment. We do have some hope here with this bullish cross of the 50-day moving average crossing through the 200 there, which would give us our golden cross. So we did have the death cross where we had the 50 cross through the 200. We didn't see much follow through. Ended up being a big move and short squeeze. And then we finally saw it occur here back in April. So death cross now reversing into a bull cross. And we know that we have a lack of resistance on the weekly. So if we do find a bottom around $110, $100 area, we could see about 50% of upside and lack of resistance until 50% there on the weekly chart. So like I said, could see a bit more downside here, but ultimately going to be looking to buy the dip, maybe start to scale in around the 110 area. And like I said, hopefully live to see another day and see this bullish cross and then use a stop below that $99 area is how I'm going to play it. So let me know in the comments below if you swung BYND overnight tonight. Stock was down here after hours, so we're at 116.01, so down about 5% after hours, and likely heading to daily oversold here tomorrow. So all signs pointing to more downside here in the short term, but don't lose sight of that golden cross. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to be eyeing a position. Always like to get a pulse of what everybody else is, what my fellow retail investors are thinking, to get sort of overall sentiment of any particular stock or any particular sector. All right, going to end it there. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a Beyond Meat earnings review video and technical analysis and charting, all that good stuff. We shall see you tomorrow after market close. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel on your way out, and we'll see you on the next one.